done everything we can, Mrs. Crayshaw, but as I say, the bone is just too badly shattered.
No. No.
Don't cry, Mom. For God's sakes, don't start crying.
It's so cruel. Cruel.
Surgically speaking, there's a lot we can do these days, but we're still a long way short of miracles, I'm afraid.
Why my son? Why Alex?
Doctor, will I have to lose a foot? Will I?
Alex, don't.
I have to know, Mom. It's my future we're talking about here. If I'm never going to go back on that field and kick another goal, I need to know. Don't you understand that?
We'll fight it. We must fight it.
Look, Mrs. Crayshaw, you're only making things harder on your son. Nurse? There. Just look at those x-rays, woman. They speak for themselves. There's massive damage to the foot. I'm going to have to operate immediately. I'm going to have to remove the temporary cluster cast and amputate just above the uncle.
Hold it! Hold it! What is it saying? What the hell is it saying now? Amputate his uncle, is that what I heard?
Sorry, Chance, it's not my fault.
Amputate his uncle. And why is this one laughing at? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
Do you understand all this? You're supposed to be the engineer. Enlighten me, please.
It sounds like random AU
In
separation.
English, s'il vous plaît.
It's replacing the A's and the U's. That's all.
Is it?
Just occasionally, it's a vowel problem.
That's all I need. A leading actor with a vowel problem. Is A's with its U's?
That's all it is.
Tremendous. We better keep it away from the fax machine and Haddon tweet.
The signal's clear at this end.
It's not a signal, it's internal somewhere. Chance, we have to do something. It's getting steadily worse.
Then why doesn't she fix it?
It's internal. I'm a technician, not a cyber surgeon.
Useless tin hunter.
Don't hit it!
What's the matter with this nurse?
Nothing?
It was laughing its head off.
Yes, I noticed.
Well, certainly nothing to do with me. Right, shall we get back? I've taken us back 2 lines.
All right, come on then, come on. We are 2 hours behind, people.
37 minutes.
Let's roll it then, monsters. And Prim, can you give me more tears than the mother? The woman is supposed to be heartbroken. Her little pride and joy is about to lose his foot. She sounds like someone with mild hay fever.
Check. Just don't want to make it gross, that's all.
Gross! Since when did we care about gross? That's what they want out there, the grossest story ever told. 16 million
14.
viewers. 14? I thought we were 16. Since when are we 14?
Since last week.
Why am I the last to hear? I am the director. Why am I not told?
Because you never read anything I put in front of you.
Well,
Wait, what's the fax machine?
she's a technician. She's never heard of a fax machine.
You have to make allowances, Trudy. Chance is technically still in the 20th century.
What kind of technician has never heard of a fax machine?
Nobody's ever heard of a fax machine. They went out like 70 years ago.
So what? The age of steam is also dead. And I've still heard of a steam engine. Despite genetically engineered self-leveling RASI, I've still heard of a lawnmower.
All right, can we get on, please? We're now 39 minutes behind.
All right, asses in gear. And action! Hold it! Who says I don't read things?
I put it on your desk. You tear it up. You set fire to it.
I only burn irrelevancies.
I bet you don't even know Mrs. Pepperbloom is coming in today.
Carla, Pepperbloom,
Yes.
the Black Death is coming here?
Any minute.
Shit. What does she want?
She didn't say.
Shit. And she didn't say what for.
Nope.
Shit. It's about the 14 million. It has to be.
Don't finish this episode. It'll be 8 million.
Oh, just show them an old episode. They'll never know. They're all subnormal anyway.
That was offensive.
Low IQ TV, especially produced for people who can't figure out how to turn on the set.
Has he been drinking?
Probably.
All right, people, let's go to work. Action.
Just look at those x-rays, woman. They speak for themselves. There's massive damage to the foot. I'm going to have to operate immediately. I'm going to have to remove the temporary plaster cast and amputate just above the ankle.
By Jove, he's got it.
I can't bear it. I just can't bear it.
She's a pain in the ass, this woman. Are we planning on killing her off soon?
Certainly not. She's our most popular character.
That figures. They always are the ones I loathe.
I just don't know what more to say, Mrs. Crayshaw.
Don't say anything, Doc. Just quit while you're ahead.
Oh dear God.
Oh, this is depressing. Give the mother more tears. More tears, please.
I've already given.
More tears! Who is directing this?
All right.
Better!
We'll get letters again.
Oh, just turn up!
Don't turn away, Mother. You can't hide your tears from me.
This is ridiculous.
Mrs. Crayshaw, there have been increasing advances in prosthetic surgery in recent years.
What are you complaining about? At least you can't see the doctor!
No arm can be replaced, and to all extents and purposes, you can forget about it entirely. These days, a hand, a foot, the whole arm can be replaced, and to all extents and purposes, you can forget about it.
Damn, nurse is laughing again! What's the matter with it?
I said I don't know. I'm talking the mother down, Chance. I can't take any more of those letters.
Needless to say, a lot of this is due to the immense strides we've made in the field of android development in the past few decades. Take the hand, for instance. An android's hand, of course, is not that much different from one's own. They feel the same to the touch, and they are designed with equivalent humanoid movement and all the flexibility you'd expect from a human hand. Finger muscles, wrist action, virtually indistinguishable from the real thing. Only, of course, about 50 times stronger. Let's not forget about that. Looked at it in the long term. And
It's meant for all of
your
America.
son's
You know
foot,
that?
once it's up and running, will actually outlive
Chance.
the rest of him by several decades.
Oh, Macy's Pepper Bloom! Why, oh, it's glorious! Good morning to you!
Good morning, Chandler. Please don't let us interrupt.
Oh, not at all. Any interruption is most welcome. Prim dear, can you turn the volume down a little for us? Monitor on headset.
I must.
Good morning, Prim.
Good morning, Mrs. Pepper Blue.
This is Adam, who I mentioned in my memo.
Yes, of course, how nice.
How do you do, sir? It's a very great honor to find
A young new executive accountant, no doubt, here to advise us humble artists on program making. Adam who?
I just wanted to
As I
say,
was
sir, that...
mentioning, this is Adam Trainsmith,
Ah, Trainsmith. Trainsmith?
Lester's nephew.
You're Lester Trainsmith's nephew.
Yes, sir.
What the hell is he doing here, Carla?
I wanted to come. I asked to come.
Here?
Yes.
Why?
Well, because of you. I mean, I wanted to meet you. As I say, sir, you are my greatest living idol. After Hal Roach and Preston Sturgis, I think you're just the most fantastic...
What is he doing here, Carla? Is this about the figures? Is that what this is?
I'm sorry?
Has he come to take over or what? Oh, come on, sit down, kid. Take my chair. What the hell? They're taking him straight out of the playpen. Then any fool can dress these jeans.
Chandler.
Could you keep it down a little, please?
Sorry.
I know they're only actors, but they need to concentrate.
Chandler, Adam is here because he's a great admirer of your work. Apparently, God knows why.
An admirer.
Yes.
You're a fan of Hospital Hearts?
No. It's your early work, your movies, Mr. T. I've got them all. I mean, I study every inch of them, and I try to learn from them. I mean, your timing, your choice of angles, your editing, your wonderful sense of comic...
All right! Yes, terrific. So you dig up the dead, do you? What are you, some kind of grave digger? Get this adolescent necromancer out of here. I've got a program to make.
I'm sorry, Adam. I did warn you, he's full of old world charm.
What did I say?
You reminded him?
Of what?
The past.
He's such an innocent. Isn't he too lovely?
Beautiful.
Oh, yes, I was forgetting. Hardly your type. Well, I must dash, Adam, darling, but I will be back. I leave you to savor the delights of Chandler tape. I won't be long. I promised your uncle on pain of death I'd take care of you.
I'll be fine.
Goodbye, sweet boy. I shall be back to take you to dinner. Au revoir, everyone.
Bye.
Oh, Chandler. I see the viewing figures have slumped rather dramatically. I know we're only minor league here, but 12 million is touching bottom of the barrel, dear.
Here comes.
We'll have to do something about it, won't we? You can't drop any lower. And if we move you sideways anymore, you'll be out of the building.
Prim, can you turn the volume up a little, please? I can't hear properly. Someone's talking over the program. Totally unprofessional behavior.
Just coming up, Prince.
See you later.
Listen here, old chap. I've been a surgeon here for maybe longer than I care to remember. And I'm delighted to say that I've never lost a patient yet. And I'll be damned if you're going to spoil that record. Let's get that straight, shall we? This is a perfectly straightforward, run-of-the-mill operation.
I don't believe it. I simply don't believe it!
What did he say?
Shall we take it again?
No, remix the music over the top. Drown him out. Who cares?
We can't. This is an important plot.
What's plot? Drown him out!
All right.
What did he say just then?
Did you see that nurse? And again, laughing.
No, I know. We weren't on the nurse. We were tight on the doctor.
Did he say aberration? I thought he said aberration. Did you?
Next spring gets a doctor booked for siding surgery. I just care about the waiting list. I'm not working with it in that condition again. They can't fix it. I'm writing the doctor out.
I'll try my best. We do have low priority.
I don't care. Just make it so, Helmsman. Ugh. Sorry. You wanted to see me?
Yes, but I was rather hoping...
Astrid, Prim is a treasure she'll show you. Trudy,
Yes, Chance?
get that nurse on the bench. Do you hear me?
Yes, Chance.
God.
I was rather hoping to... where's he?
A little liquid refreshment. Thirsty work directing.
Ah, I see.
Don't follow him. He always drinks alone. Off with the doctor and diagnostic again.
It's something internal. It starts AO, I adjust it for AU, and it starts AO again.
It'll be something in the speech processor.
Man, these are amazing.
Never seen one close up?
No, not actually in the flesh, as it were. Amazing.
Not all that amazing, unfortunately. Are we on manual?
Going to manual.
Come on, this way. Follow me, Doc.
Can I help in any... Well, I wonder what she found so funny.
So, how long have you been with Carla?
I'm sorry?
How long have you been with her?
Oh, just a few hours. She picked me up yesterday at the airport and we drove straight here this morning.
Oh, I see. So you're not together then?
No, certainly not. Oh, God, no.
She has quite a reputation.
She does?
The Pepper Bloom babes. She gets older, they get younger. Sorry if that sounds bitchy, but that's a fact.
I'll have to fight her off, then.
Just be careful how you say no to her. That's all, she does not like it.
I left her on diagnostic. Sit, nursey.
So, Lester Trainsmith's your uncle?
That's right.
That must make you considerably rich.
Well, that makes my uncle considerably rich. I come from the poor side of the family, or poor compared to Uncle Lester.
Like everybody else. So, what are you doing?
I'm a writer.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I simply admire Chandler Tate. I mean, I always have. I think he's just the most fantastic director.
Really?
Well, don't you?
he may have been once, but...
Some of his films are classics.
Are they?
Have you never seen it?
No.
Anyone who loves movies should see them as part of their education.
We're in television.
Well, what's the difference?
He wants to know what's the difference. Look around this place. That's the difference. This isn't even television. This is local television.
Not even local. This is branch line TV.
Well, it seems fine to me. I mean, all this gear, the accolades.
This gear is 50 years old. Need a diploma in archaeology just to work it.
I don't know why you think you're here, Adam, but this place is where you end your career, not launch it.
I don't see it that way.
Lunch then?
You want to join us?
I think I had to wait for Chandler. He said he'd be back.
We didn't count on it. PM is not the strongest time of his day.
I'd better wait. Don't want to offend him anymore.
Suit yourself. Look around. Oh, and if you like his movies so much, they're all probably in a drawer over there. You know how to work the viewer?
Sure.
Incidentally, don't call him Chandler. He hates it. He prefers Chance.
Oh, right. As in Lucky Chance.
As in positively his last.
And what about...
Oh, it'll be okay. If it starts whistling, just pull its plug out.
Right.
Where do you want to go to lunch?
Surprise me. Surprise me.
Good. Oh, great. Oh, wonderful. Hey, I cannot believe this. He's got this. He's got this. Yes. Fast forward. Fast forward. This is just so brilliant. Right? Anything back there, then you should. Oh my God. You're live? Are you supposed to be live?
I'm active, yes.
Well, I mean, are you supposed to be, man? Should I be unplugging you or something? I was supposed to unplug you if you started to whistle.
Then I promise not to whistle. Who's this?
This is one of the greatest talent comedians the world has ever known. His name was Buster Keaton. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
He ran his own studios for a time, way back in the early 1920s. Silent comedy, you know? Comedy without words.
No words?
Keaton broke new ground because he was able to capture... Excuse me. Are we conversing?
I think so. You're speaking,
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah, yes. Is that... I mean, you're an... Aren't you?
An actoid, yes.
And you talk?
Yes, an actoid needs to talk. Unless they're Buster Keaton.
This is ridiculous.
Why?
I don't know. I just didn't expect to be having a conversation. I mean, do you always talk to people like this?
No, normally people don't converse. It's quicker to direct link through a computer.
Then why now? I mean, why me?
Because you're talking to me.
And do you have a name? I mean,
Oh, yes. It's currently Bridget Bonnie. Nurse Bridget Bonnie.
that's the name of your character, sure.
That's right. I'm 24 years old and I was born in Halifax, Yorkshire, but...
But what's your real name?
My real name?
Your real name. You must have a real name.
Oh, yes. I see. You mean the name I was made with.
Yeah.
It's JC-F31-333.
JC.
Pretty.
May I call you JC?
If you wish.
I'm Adam.
Yes. I heard.
Tell me, JC. I'm interested. What made you laugh during the filming? At the ends there?
I don't know.
Well, did you find it funny?
Yes. I'm afraid I have a fault.
Oh, not necessarily. I mean, just because you laugh doesn't mean you have a fault.
It just happened. I had no control.
No, that's perfectly natural. I mean, we find something funny, we laugh. Involuntarily sometimes. We just can't help ourselves.
I'm afraid I have a fault.
You found Keaton funny, too?
Oh, yes.
but in a different way. The little look he gave.
Look. Oh, you mean the take?
Take?
The double take. You know about double takes.
No.
It's another kind, the double take, or in Keaton's case, the quarter take, the demi-semi-minuscule take. But then at the other end of the scale, you have someone like James Finlayson. Yeah, Finlayson's a good example. He was famous from the Laurel and Hardy movies. Do you know the Laurel and Hardy? Well, Finlayson would do these takes where he literally took off and left the ground. I mean, bold, massive takes, like this. Really funny when he did that. Do you need to stay plugged in?
Yes.
Okay, stay sitting now. I'll teach you. Right, let's see. Imagine you're reading a book, yes?
I'm reading a book.
You hear me come into the room, and you know it's me, so you don't look up at once. But what you don't know is that I am covered in mud. I have fallen in a puddle outside the house, and am now covered in black, slimy mud from head to toe. You hear me come into the room. You look up casually. You see me. Register my presence. But your book is so interesting, you quickly go back to it. You do that. Now, as you look at your book again, the image of me suddenly registers in your brain. You realize what you've seen. You look at me again, quickly, sharply this time. Amazed. Good. All right, now let's do the whole thing. You're reading your book. Here I come. Covered in mud.
Hello, dear. Is it raining?
Oh, good. Excellent. Your first double take.
All right for me to put in the line?
Yeah. It was fine. Not strictly necessary, but it was fine. Good. We'll make a comedian out of you yet, huh? Whoops! Next week, the custard pie.
Custard pie? Is that funny?
In the right hands, it's basically just a pie, full of custard, or cream usually, flat on a plate. And when someone annoys you, or gets up your nose, you take the pie, and then you squash it right in their face. And then you twist it like that, so that it
Goes up their nose.
You got it.
That's funny?
Well, not to talk about, no. It's more of a visual gag. Yeah.
Custard pie. Yes, that could be funny.
Afraid there's also some bad news, Alex.
Doctor, it's my foot, is it?
No, as I say, the foot's a runaway success. We'll have you chasing around in a matter of weeks. No, I'm afraid it's something rather more serious than that, Alex. It's your mother, Alex. Well, to put it absolutely bluntly, I'm afraid she's dead.
Hooray, dead!
You're not going to like this, Chance. She was our most popular character.
In the car park. An ambulance on a mercy mission. It was very quick.
Damn it, sorry.
She felt nothing. I'm so very sorry.
We'll put some music in here. Big Street.
And we'll be down to 5 million by the weekend.
Well then, let's have a look at those stitches, shall we? Nurse, pull back his bedclothes, will you?
Yes, doctor.
They're coming close on the boy, Trudy.
Yeah, I got it.
Tears! Prim, I want more tears from that asshole.
Right.
That's good. That's better. I like it. What the hell is that, nurse? Hold it! Stop everything! Prim, have you no control of these things at all? You're supposed to be a programmer. What are you playing at?
It wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Hey, listen, I think that was...
The nurse doing takes like zero Moselle on speed. A programmer who can't do her job.
Listen, I think that
You
was...
shut up. It's no wonder this place is running down. I'm surrounded by incompetence every place I turn.
Don't you blame me. I'm not the one who changes a successful storyline just for the hell of it.
That's called...
Cuts out characters because they're popular.
That's called artistic choice, woman. Not that you know anything about that.
That's called pig-headed, stupid crassness.
You're a shit, you Sarson. What would you know?
Stop cussing in front of them, please. I'm editing out swear words every episode on top of everything else.
Oh, nibby pibby, wah.
Yeah, well, somebody has to do it. If it weren't for me and Trudy, you would have been on the streets years ago.
Bald suckers. I was making major movies when you were
come in
still...
drunk, you shout, you swear, you expect everything to happen on its own, and you don't even bother to say thank you.
All right. Thanks. For nothing. How was that?
You drunken pig! I don't have to work with you. I have qualifications, which is more than some people.
All right. Well, piss off then and take your qualifications with you. You pair of talentless dykes.
Right. That's it. That's sexual provocation and harassment. I'm going straight to commission and I'm having you indicted. Run this show on your own. See how you get on.
Sometimes you go too far, Chance. You really do.
Listen, I think that was probably my fault.
I used to make movies, you know.
Yes! Yes, I know. I'm a great fan.
I had this vast crew in those days. Cameramen, carpenters, gaffers, electricians, best boys, you name it. They were all there. Assistant directors. Hundreds of assistant directors, 10 a penny. And when I'd come on set, it'd be like God had arrived, you know.
I can imagine.
And there'd be this silence as they waited for me to speak. And I'd say very quietly, I never had to raise my voice on set. People listened. They wanted to listen. They wanted, even actors, they wanted to learn. And I'd say, all right, people, let's go to work. And they'd mark the scene, and I'd say, action! And shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
No worries here, nurse.
What did you do?
I don't know. I think I must have pressed the fire alarm. What was I saying?
You in the studio.
Yes. Look at me. Now where am I? Mechanical actors. An entire technical department, all breaking shrews. They're a pair, did you gather that?
Yes. Oh, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I have no problem with that.
I have no problem with that. Except there's nothing in it for me. I could never quite warm to a woman there was clearly nothing in it for me. There has to be a promise of something, however remote. Don't you think so? Otherwise, what's the point?
And no, I don't quite see it that way. But each man to his own. That's what you're right.
I tried to make it with Prim once, you know.
Really?
Before I realized she was with Trudy, she gave me this speech about dignity, about respecting her dignity. I didn't do anything to her, you understand? I just said to her, "You've got terrific tits. How about it?" So she gave me this lecture when I was in the studio. Makeup girls were queuing 9 deep, you know, to make it with me.
Really?
Still, that was then. This is now, right?
Dead right.
Something to do with age, I guess. Did you ever see any of my movies?
Yes, I've seen
Did
them
you ever
all.
see The Passionate Playboy?
Oh, The Passionate Playboy is one of
Some
those
of the best comic playing, on screen or off screen.
I totally agree.
And the most interesting part was that last shot. You remember that last shot? She comes back to him, you remember?
All in one take.
All in one take. Did you ever see that movie?
23 times.
You have to have seen it to appreciate it. They're all dead now. One single take. Did you see that just now? This thing over here? I swear, it did a double take. A good old-fashioned double take. Looks like it had been watching too much James Finley's. Do you know what I mean when I say James?
Yes.
Old vaudeville actor. Before your time. He's dead now as well.
I'm afraid that was me.
So what? You mean you killed him?
No. I mean, I taught her the take. I showed her how to do a double take.
When did you do that?
Lunchtime.
What you've got to understand about these things. You do something, they'll copy it. You undo your zipper to scratch yourself and find the doctors doing it in the next scene. They are quite undiscriminating. They're parrots. They see something, hear something, they'll pick it up. They'll use it. They're recording machines on legs, that's all they are.
I think that one's rather more than that.
That one, they're all identical. Thousands of them. They come in different shapes and sizes, but they all operate the same. They're actuatoids.
I swear that JC has a sense of humor. You know, she laughs.
They can all laugh. That's part of the program.
No, but JC laughs spontaneously. You know, she finds things funny and then she laughs.
What did you call it? JC?
She told me that was her name. JC something 333?
No, that's its registration number. It just told you its number.
Number?
JC stands for juvenile character, then probably F for female, and then its number.
Huh. I see.
It has no sense of humor. Like a machine have a sense of humor.
I swear.
What are you doing here anyway? Oh, you sleeping with Carla? Her entree for the week?
No, I'm really
What
not.
are you, for past lunch?
No. I'm here because I want to write comedy.
Comedy?
Yes, comedy. Real comedy. Like it used to be. Like you used to make it.
Sonny boy, didn't anyone tell you?
What?
That's better than this business. That's seriously buried. You think these things can produce comedy? Oh, sure, they can do funny things if you tell them. That's not comedy. That's just being funny. Comedy. You want to know about comedy?
That's why I'm here.
All right. Comedy is two things. First, surprise. You're like a magician. They are expecting this, but you give them that. Yes?
Yes.
We know it's going to happen, but not when it's going to happen, or just as important, how it's going to happen. That's comedy.
Right.
That double take you taught me. Now that's a basic double take. You can't use that. Not anymore. Everybody knows it. Every joker in the pub does a double take.
Oh, I know. I was only just
What
thinking-
you've got to do is look for variations. I love it. I'm in here on my own, working. Suddenly, you come in. Something's happened to you. You're, oh, I don't know, you're,
Covered in mud?
That'll do. All right. So, you come on in and stand there. All right, now watch this. Mud. It's laughing. It's laughing.
I know.
Why is it laughing? You, what are you laughing at?
It was funny.
That's impossible. It's a fault. There's a flaw in it somewhere. These things are full of glitches. They're always breaking down. Why did you laugh, for God's sake?
I mean, you heard her. She thought it was funny.
Not she. It. It's an it. It's a dishwasher. It's a floor polisher. It's a tumble dryer. That's all it is.
I'd like to try and write something for her. In between, obviously, when you're recording, I'd like to borrow it, try some things out. I mean, would that be possible? I have some ideas that I'd like to try. Isn't this the way you started? Someone gave you a chance?
Please, you've been here for 20 minutes, you cheeky bastard.
I know, but I mean, if my script turned out any good, would you direct?
You do it on your own time at your own expense, all right?
Absolutely. It's a deal then? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. T.
Chance. Call me Chance. I think I've just been conned. I better go fetch those people back, apologize to them again.
Has it happened before?
Oh, about once a week. Oh, surprise them this time. I'll cover myself in mud.
Oh, excuse me, Chance?
Yeah?
You said that comedy was two things. The unexpected and what was the other?
Anger.
Did you hear all that? I mean, we're in. We're on. We're going to do it.
Yes.
Well, are you excited?
Yes. I'm excited.
Then get excited.
Yes!
Man, I never thought he'd say yes, but that man's a rebel. It's just a sort of gamble that would appeal to him, you know?
I think you're both similar.
Really? I'd like to think so, but really?
You live for your dreams.
That's right.
I read somewhere once that dreams are merely glimpses of a reality we all could share if we only had the courage.
Yeah.
But we can find that courage. Together. Can't we?
Yes, you bet.
Oh, it's such an exciting dream, David!
David? Who's David? I'm Adam. And what's that? The music?
Oh,
Where's it coming from? Is it...
Me.
You?
It's a program. It was intended at one time that we'd provide our own background music, but the unions objected. It's never used. Except when...
When? What?
Sometimes, when I produce strong emotion, joy, sadness, even anger, it just starts up inside of me. I can't control it. I think I have another fault.
You know, I'm beginning to love your faults.
Here I am at last. Sorry it's taken so long. I hate downsizing meetings. All those tears and recriminations. Why can't people just accept they're no longer wanted? Bleeding on about their pension plans. You ready? I thought we'd do something really exciting this evening. I've commandeered Lester's jet. I took your name in vain, I'm afraid. Told him you were dying to take a Paris operation. We could be there for dinner. Then in the morning I thought...
Carla, I'm sorry, but I think I'm going to be staying here.
What?
Well, I'm writing, you see, and I've just set something up. I've been promised the use of this studio, so I think I need to take advantage of that. But, I mean, thank you all the same.
You've been offered the use of this studio.
In a way,
By who?
well, by chance. Mr. Tate.
Chandler is an employee of this company. He can't offer the use of a studio.
Well, listen, I don't want to
How
get
can
in
he
trouble.
possibly
It's just-
offer the use of a studio? How dare he?
Well,
What do you intend to do in it? War and peace or something?
no, just small scale. Something I'm right.
Adam, dear, you badly need to learn the facts of television life. This is not how you go about things. If you want to make a program, the first thing you do is submit the idea in writing to our storyline department. If they approve it, they will pass it to our script department. Storyline has a big backlog at present, so this could take up to 6 months. In turn, the script department will then consider it, and if enthusiastic, and they also have a huge backlog, so add another 6 months at least. They will contact you and suggest you develop the idea to what we call PFS, the primary full synopsis. This is unpaid and there's no guarantee that by the end of it, the idea will go forward from there. But assuming it's approved, and that's a very big if, because the competition is frightening, you will receive a down payment commissioning a first draft. Scripts could go to 4 or 5 drafts, generally more. This process can take anything up to 2 years. At the end of its time, if we can find an interested director, the piece might actually be made. Though I should warn you that for every 100 scripts, only 15 are actually made, and of those 15, usually 5 are shelved before transmission. And unless it's transmitted under the new agreements, you will not, of course, receive your full and final fee. Welcome to modern television, Adam.
In which case, I think I stand a better chance here.
You stand no chance at all because I won't allow it to happen.
Why not?
Because I'm the regional director here, Adam, and things are done my way. And I don't care for the chairman's mistress. You can damn well toe the line like everybody else.
Well, in that case, I may have to go over your head.
I think you should know that I'm very upset about this, Adam.
I might phone my uncle, see what he says.
You're really prepared to drag Lester Trainsmith into this.
If necessary. I haven't met him for 20 years, but he seems to have my interests at heart.
I underestimated you. You're a pushy little bastard, aren't you?
Only if I'm pushed.
What is this program, anyway?
It's not fully developed yet, but I'm writing something for JC.
Who?
JC. JC 333.
Who the hell is JC 333?
Me.
That. You're writing for that.
Yes.
It's an actoid. They're only used in daytime soaps and for tiny parts. You can't use them in proper programs.
Well, we feel that JC has potential.
Who does?
Me and Tate.
Come on. What's it ever done, for God's sakes?
I started some of the most successful daytime serials ever produced by this
Shut
network. In The Market Girls, I played Tracy, a fun-loving teenager who tragically drowned.
Did you tell it to shut up?
I don't know how to shut it up.
Baby that nobody wanted her to have. I then went on to join the very successful series Teen Time, where I played Helen Dudgeon, the
Damn
rugged,
machine.
sexual
Cut it
Amanda.
off. How do I cut it off?
I went on to join the very successful Teen Time, where I played Marcy, a bookish frog who was later transformed by her love from Derek into a glamorous bride. Unfortunately, their marriage ended prematurely when their car overturned in Sicily.
There.
Yes.
I thought we had an understanding between us, Adam. I'm very disappointed in you, and very, very upset and hurt.
I'm sorry.
I took a lot of time and effort in our arrangements tonight. That restaurant has a 3-month waiting list.
Well, perhaps you should have consulted me first.
I don't ask, Adam. I tape. And no one says no. And I don't care if you want to make a fool out of yourself, but don't think that you can make a fool out of me. Clear? And I'll have you melted down, you ugly little aptoid.
Jesus.
What on earth did you do to her, Adam?
I'm afraid I said no.
Oh dear.
She won't like that.
Yeah.
She's a dangerous enemy, boy. Don't get on her dark side. Say goes to you, 333. All right, people. Let's go to work.
Yes, sir.
Mother! Quickly! Give me a hand here!
What is it, Father? What's happened?
I don't know for certain. I found her by the side of the road. It may have been a hit and run. Come on. Get her on the bed. There. That's it.
She don't look right.
She's not right. We may need to fetch a doctor.
He's 20 miles away. He'll never make it through this snow.
Hey, true. 6 feet deep it is at Hag's Bottom.
Are you all right, darling? Can you hear me? Oh, she's that cold, poor little thing. I'll grab the blanket, Father. What's she saying? Are you trying to tell us something, darling? What's she trying to say, Father?
Maybe if you shut up a minute, Mother, we might be able to hear her. Come on, lass. What are you trying to say?
I fell off the truck. What'd she say?
She fell off a trick.
Damn sorry.
Hold it! Hold it. Good. That's an improvement.
Was that better?
Much better. Good. Less is beautiful. All right? Get that in your tiny tin brain, JC. Less is better. Yes?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Chance. I'm trying to compensate, but the fault is so occasional.
Don't worry, Prim. Just do your best. You can do no more than your best.
Thank you. So cheerful today.
Won't last.
Listen clear, please. Prim, can you please clear all of them except JC?
They'll be here any moment, Chance.
Just do it. We have time. Keep an eye out for them, Trudy. You happy, Adam?
The happiest man in the world.
My God! A happy author! We're in big trouble, people!
I'm leaving JC free the whole time, Chance. Is that what you want?
We can't feed her. She has to do her own thing. Just run the others.
Right, as long as you...
Understood. Now listen. Don't get clever. Don't get smart. You've got good instincts, and most important, you've got natural timing. But when it comes to judgment, you've got to trust me a little. All right?
Yes, sir.
You'll notice I'm always wanting you to do a little bit less, and you're always wanting to do a little more. Yes?
Yes.
You won't be the first actor to do that. Maybe the first act toy, but not the first actor. You need to learn control, yes?
Yes.
You show these people today what you can do, they will be knocked out. But don't try to show off. Don't pander to them in any way. Always keep the comic truth. Because once they stop believing, they go home. Now you listen to me. One day you'll be a big star, and you can tell me to go screw myself. But right now, you're just a smart kid with potential. Like him, the boy genius.
What'd I say?
There's a van going in.
They're here, Chance.
Okay, one more thing.
Chance, they're
Just
here.
1 damn minute!
It's alright. I still have to unload the chair.
Okay, quick. When you pick up the hot kettle, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
In a comedy, you have a choice of ways to burn yourself. You can do it big, or you can do it small. You have a choice. You can choose to pick up the kettle like this. Or, alternatively, you can choose to pick it up like this. That is very hot. Do you know which choice I want you to make?
The little one.
Aren't I predictable? Now, the one thing never to do is choose the middle ground. You leave that to play St. Joan. Nobody laughs at that except sadists and weirdos, and them we can do without. The other options can still be as true, but with either, we are reassured that we will not die from major burns. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Good. Thanks for listening to me. I am incredibly grateful. I appreciate it. I am very old, and you have talent and potential that will outlive me. But most of all, I love you for calling me sir! Oh, who told her to call me sir?
Nobody. She just decided.
I think everyone should call me sir. Why not?
Good morning, sir.
Mrs. Pepperbloom! Come to prejudice the proceedings, no doubt.
I'm sure Lester is quite capable of making his own decisions. May I have your attention, everyone? Very briefly. As you know, Mr. Trainsmith is incapacitated. Although his hearing is excellent, he will be conversing with you today through a third party. Please respect Mr. Trainsmith's personal space and do not invade it. On no account attempt to make any physical contact with Mr. Trainsmith or allow any actoid within 5 feet of him. Mr. Trainsmith has an aversion to actoids. Finally, do not try to ask him any direct questions, but do allow Mr. Trainsmith to initiate all verbal intercourse.
We will now pause for the national anthem.
Here it comes. Please rise. Mr. Trainsmith, may I introduce Chandler Tate, our director, who I'm sure you remember,
Hi.
our programmer, Prim Spring, and our technician, Trudy Flute.
Glad to meet you, Mr. Trainsmith.
And of course, your nephew Adam, who I'm sure needs no introduction.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it has been 20 years. How are you, Uncle?
Don't ask direct questions.
And finally, Marmignon, who will introduce herself.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Marmignon Sevilla, and I shall be serving as the speaker for Mr. Trainsmith today. Although he can hear perfectly, all of his speech will be rerouted through the medium of myself. If I should ever need to interpolate personally at any time, I will always identify myself first. Now, please try to ignore me entirely and address all your remarks to Mr. Trainsmith himself and treat all replies as if they were coming from him directly. Thank you for your time.
It's a walking, talking puppet.
Shall we get going? I'm afraid our schedule is running very behind, so we're going to have to make this quick.
It's a half-hour excerpt. What do you expect us to do? Run it at double speed?
Shorten it.
Shorten it? By how much?
5 minutes?
I suppose we can shorten it by 5 minutes.
No, 5 minutes. We have time to see just 5 minutes.
What the hell are we supposed to show you in 5 minutes?
That's all you got. Now get on with it.
What? Oh, all right. Yes, 5 minutes. What are we going to show you in 5
I'm
minutes?
afraid that's all you have.
God, you're vengeance on wheels, aren't you? The kid's first script and you...
Well, very quickly, the idea is this. It's a comedy, it's unusual, and then it's a one-off, full-length, 2 hours
2
special.
hours? Please, who's gonna be awake after 2 hours?
If I may finish.
We have trouble with 20 minutes.
Please, you have given us 5 minutes of your time. Allow me to have them, please.
Shut up and let him speak, Carla.
Thank you. Our central character in the story is JC.
Did you say JC?
Yes.
How do you spell that?
Jacie.
You don't have to shout. I can hear you.
Sorry. Anyway, JC
Did you know there was once a famous female comedian called Gracie?
Yes, Gracie Allen. Used to be with George Burns. I don't know them that well, but I've seen footage.
I'm almost old enough to remember her first time around. That's a joke. If she's half as funny as Gracie Allen, then we've got a hit.
I hope so. Anyway, JC is an actoid. She's an actoid playing an actoid, which, as far as I know, has never been done before.
It's hilarious.
And she's just left the factory. She's being transported to the studio. Absolutely brand new, unused. And it's winter. Heavy snow, and the truck skids. The actoid, JC, falls out of the truck. Her box smashes. She rolls clear and is lying by the side of the road where she's discovered by Jethro, a farmer who's been rounding up his sheep in the winter. Jethro brings JC into this cottage where he and his wife try to revive her, accidentally activating her. Being simple people, they don't realize that JC's an actoid. And moreover, when JC wakes up, she has no memories, just her basic factory programming. She doesn't realize that she is an actoid. She thinks they're her parents, and they bring her up as the child they never had. And she's fun. She's popular. And being an actoid, she's also physically very strong. In the local community, which is rife with corrupt business deals, backstabbings, and sexual betrayals, she shines like an innocence. She becomes the local hero. And eventually, the grateful local people elect her mayor.
They make an actoid their mayor?
Well, yes, but they don't realize she is. That's the point. But, unfortunately, she has made enemies. In particular, a jealous local woman, a leading counselor, who believes JC stole her husband from her. This counselor finds out about JC's past, makes inquiries, and on the eve of her election, exposes her as an actoid. The people are furious that they've been duped into voting for a machine. They turn on her, turning her out, stoning her. And failing to kill her, they leave her by the side of the road in the snow once again, waiting for someone to rescue her once more, in search of another adventure. Well, that's the basic story, anyway.
That's supposed to be a comedy?
Well, it's funny, yes, but it's also, I don't know.
It's a comedy. That doesn't mean that everybody has to be falling in bowls of custard, for God's sake. It's an allegory. It's a satire.
I can see the ratings rocketing through the roof already.
Oh, what would you know, you hard-boiled ball crusher?
Chance.
You only came in here to sink it. It's all you're ever looking to do.
It doesn't need any help from me, darling.
You're wasting my time. Show me a little of the treatment.
All right.
Perhaps you can show this liquid, Chance.
You've got 1.5 minutes left.
Oh, show them that bit. What difference does it make? She's pissed on it and drowned it already.
This part is when Jason first wakes up in her new home. The farmer and wife are taking turns sitting by her bed. It is nearly dawn, and the farmer has just fallen asleep.
All right, people, let's go to work. Action. Lower the snoring, less snoring.
Give her some of this to eat. Love, Mother. Mother? Father? Father.
No, that needs to be bigger, surely, if it's ever going to be effective. Father?
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 Oh, mother.
Mother? Mother!
Cut!
Bravo!
You like it, Uncle?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was me. I should have identified myself. Mr. Trainsmith, I am now he. Feels it has a certain potential.
Oh, you bet it has potential. Your nephew is good, Mr. Trainsmith. He has that great comic writer's gift. Economy. That whole scene there. Simple, touching, funny. And now, man, 2, 3 words.
May I also add sentimental, cloying, under-energized, and totally unreal. Well, I guess in the right hands it could be quite charming.
Oh, what do you know? What do you know about anything at all? You're an accountant. How can you appreciate anything? You wouldn't know a piece of art if it came up and screwed you from the rear. How can you even get an erection, for Christ's sake, if you never take your head out of a ledger?
Thank you, but I don't happen to have such things.
Oh, well, you could have fooled me, baby.
Could we listen to people one at a time, starting with Mrs. Pepperbloom?
Thank you so much, Mr. Trainsmith. All I'm saying is, as a regional director, I'm prepared to take this project down. However, we cannot consider a 2-hour project. In case you haven't been around, 2-hour projects have been dead a very long time indeed. We downshape it to 18 minutes, 35 seconds, including credits, and maybe we try it as a late night, early morning art slot. That's all I can promise.
Oh, great.
Hooray. You need the art slot.
But wait, hear me out. None of this can happen until we have a solid casting commitment. We need that name, darlings. If we're to sell it on, we need a household in this role.
Well, that's out of the question.
And so's the program, Adam. I'm sorry, this is not negotiable.
The whole thing was written around JC. It was written with her in mind.
Darling, look at it. Are you seriously proposing that I go out and try to market a program based on that?
Why not?
Just, Adam, it's an actoid. A run-of-the-mill, daytime TV supporting unit actoid. It's not even grade A. I mean, just look at it. It can't walk, it can barely talk, and it has all the personality of a meat safe. Now, it might be that there are half a dozen people. What's that music? Half a dozen people somewhere in the world who are prepared to sit down and waste 18 minutes, 35 seconds of their busy lives watching a piece of scrap metal cavorting around the classroom. Seconds for me, but I'm not.
Oh, my God.
Let me show you.
Thank you for that. I haven't laughed that much in years.
She can be funnier than that, Uncle. I mean, you should see her.
What do you think of the program, Mr. Trainsmith? Sorry, that's a direct question only.
I'm prepared to go ahead with the terms and conditions outlined by Mrs. Pepperbrook.
Oh, but Uncle, what about JC? can't melt her down. She's a person.
It's unstable. Next time you could kill somebody.
This is all my fault.
Did you teach that too? Custard pie?
Yep.
Pretty good. Just cost us the program, but pretty good.
But Mr. Trainsmith said,
Oh, I know what he said, but he won't be around. She will, the merry widow. She's the one we have to deal with.
I mean, what are we going to do? I'm not just dumping Jason.
I know what I'm going to do. I suggest you do the same. Help yourselves. Me, I'm going out for a while. This room stinks of executives. As for you, how many times do I have to tell you, don't go over the top, you stupid shit actor!
Do you want me to come with you?
Didn't anyone tell you I drink alone?
He called me an actor.
Well, that's that, I suppose.
you can still work on the program. It isn't dead yet, if Mr. Trainsmith is willing to back it.
Not without her. I mean, there's no program without her. That's fine.
Yes, I know, Adam. It's very good. It's wonderful. But there are others. Different. Perhaps, but just as good.
I'm not doing it without Jason.
It's an actoid. That's all it is.
She's more than that.
Look, when Trudy gets back, I'll get her to strip it down for you. She can peel its outer casting off and you can see for yourself. It's just a bunch of wires and circuits and microservos and bits. In no way is it a person. It's actually really bad for you to think of it as a person, Adam. It's called actoid empathy. It happens. When we do our basic staff training, we do a day on working with actoids. Only refer to them as it, never he or she. Never converse with them except strictly under the line of work. Never socialize. When you're done, shut them off, or then you can risk getting emotionally attached, and then they can get screwed up, you can get screwed up, and then you don't know where you are.
But, I mean, if you'd heard her talking to me, the things she says.
The words it uses, its so-called conversation, it's all an amalgam of all the conversations of all the characters in all the shows it's ever been in. Its personality is nothing more than that. Every time you speak to it, you trigger some response and it pulls it out of its memory bank and it blurts it back at you. That's all it's doing.
Maybe that's all any of us do.
If I really thought that, I think a lot less of you, Adam. I really would. Who is she?
Not a pretty sight. Where's he gone?
The usual.
Break time then?
Might as well. You want to join us? Adam?
No, I'll stay and have a drink.
Don't get like him. It causes more problems than it solves, I tell you.
Oh, goodness. I'm closing this place down. I thought you should know. Start looking around, my children, because I'm closing it down.
And a happy new year. I can always go back to the children's programs. They're constantly asking me. Remember what I said, Adam. I'm serious. Don't even speak to it.
See you later.
Bye. Would you like one?
Sure. Man should never drink alone.
Right. just had a thought. Why should you need to drink?
I drink
You do?
and I eat.
Really?
The sort of shows we're required to do. We have to eat and drink.
Yeah?
They're all eating and drinking.
Really? Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Does the nurse eat? I mean, your character as the nurse?
Bridget? No. She drinks. She's a secret alcoholic.
Is she?
That's why I gave her the laugh. You know, the one with the doctor? I thought she could be drunk on duty.
And whose idea was that? To make her a secret alcoholic?
Mine. She was very boring otherwise. She just stood and nodded a lot.
Let's see. How do you... This is a personal question. You don't need to answer it if you feel it's too personal. But what happens to all the food and drink when you've finished with it? If you see what I mean.
Someone comes along and empties me.
Stupid question, obviously. What did he mean by melt you down? What did he mean?
Melt down? Well, that's when you return to the factory, they erase you of your memory, and reboot you with the basic program. I would be like JC in your show if that happened. I would start again.
This is strong. More?
Keep 'em coming, kid.
And where's that one from? Keep 'em coming, kid?
Episode 12, scene 14, line 5 of Some Dark Alley. I was an undercover policewoman. Josie. She was shot. It was a good death scene. Help me! Jason! Help me! You mean more to me than I've ever been able to tell you. I'm sorry. It was a good scene.
I don't want you melted down. I think that would be criminal.
No. No crime. Not for an actoid.
All your memory gone? All you are? I mean, wouldn't that upset you?
Well, I have nothing I care to remember anyways. Except for the last few days, maybe.
That's terribly sad. It makes me feel like crying. You wouldn't mind if JC, the person you are now, just ceased to exist.
Well, I wouldn't know, would I? How could I mind? Cry if you want to.
No. Sitting here feeling sorry for myself, it's not the way. Come on, let's, I don't know. What shall we do? Go out and eat? No, that wouldn't be fun for you, would it? What do you want to do?
Dance.
Dance?
I want to dance. I never get to dance.
All right, that's what you want. Music. How do we get music?
In the drawer over there, there's this collection of discs.
Gotcha. Ooh, another treasure trove. Songs you have loved? I have to warn you, I'm not a good dancer. Are you a good dancer?
Yes. I have a program.
You know, I somehow thought you would. ZZ Top? Who are they? Well, let's try some ZZ Top then. Yeah, what about this?
It's good. It's funny.
Hey, you do dance, don't you?
I dance.
No. It goes with the scene.
Adam, I don't want to be melted down. I don't want to forget this.
Nobody is going to melt you down. I promise.
Promise?
I promise.
Adam.
Gone? What do you mean they gone?
Both of them just taken off.
But where, for God's sake?
I don't know.
What the hell is Adam playing at? He can't just elope with that toy. It's company property. Oh, if anything happens to it, we'll be paying it off for the rest of our lives. Those things are worth hundreds of thousands.
Try hundreds of millions.
Thank you. And what happens when Carla? That much. Oh, and what happens when Carla finds out? Because she certainly will.
We'll just have to find them first.
Oh, come on. They could be anywhere in the city.
We could put out a trace.
A trace?
A security trace. JC will show up sooner or later.
On the screen, every actor lives an individual signal.
Then what if someone else gets the signal before we do?
Impossible. I have the encoder.
Then trace it, quickly. We have no nurse. We need a nurse for this afternoon's recording.
She can do it.
Who can?
You can.
Me? I'm not doing it.
I'll do the programming. Chance can go on cameras.
Good thinking. I'll show from behind, just, do your hair in the back?
I'm not playing the nurse.
You like it enough sometimes.
Stop that! No, I don't. Not here.
Listen, you two. Do you fancy playing prisoners and wardens instead? Then get a uniform and find that axe toy! Jesus, Adam. What are you doing to me?
Good morning, sir. Madam, welcome to the Grand Hotel. May I help you at all?
Yes, indeed. My secretary called a few minutes ago. She made a reservation for us.
Yes, sir. What name would that be, sir?
That'd be Mr. and Mrs. Hornflower.
Hornblower. Just one moment, sir.
Why did you call us Hornflower? That's such a ridiculous name.
It was the first name I thought of. I was in the series. I played the woman that Captain meets when he comes ashore.
Sorry to keep you. Double room for 3 nights minimum?
That's the one.
Would you care to register, sir?
Certainly.
Thank you, sir. You have luggage with you, sir?
No. We had a slight.
I see. You have no luggage?
We've had this terrible time. You have no idea. My sister was arrested in Spain, you see, as a suspected heroin trafficker in a clear case of mistaken identity. So me and my husband flew out to plead for her. But when we arrived, we had found out she'd already been released from prison, but subsequently kidnapped by the real drug traffickers who had suspected she double-crossed them. So, me and my husband spent all our available money tracking them down to a rented house in northern Barcelona, only to find her poor, bullet-ridden body. And before we could do anything, the police arrested us for her murder. And we spent 4 days in prison before they believed us. And we were sent home got three.
Well, we don't need to share all our problems at once, do we, darling? Can we go straight up?
Yes, of course, sir. The fourth floor. It's a very quiet room. Will you be paying by credit card?
Cash.
Cash?
I always pay cash.
Ever since
Ever since an earlier incident, which we won't get into now.
And will Mrs. Hornblower be happy to remain in her nurse's uniform?
Oh, yes, well, they lent her that, when we were body searched. Oh, ripped our clothes to shreds. Bastards. Do you have a dress shop?
There's an exclusive boutique just along the concourse over there. It's open till 8. I'm sure you'll find everything you need should you wish to replenish your wardrobe.
All right, darling. Shall we go shopping?
Yes, you bet, darling.
Tell me, do you have a story for every single occasion?
Are you telling me, Chandler, that you let that boy run off with company property?
Don't panic, we'll get them back.
You certainly will. This amounts to grand theft. If he was anyone other than Lester's nephew, I'd call the police in straight away.
Oh no, please, there's
I'm gonna
no
make
need to
damn
do that.
sure you're held responsible for this, Chandler.
Please, Mrs. Pepper,
And you as well.
Where the hell are they, Prim? Why haven't you traced them yet?
They may be somewhere shielded. We just have to wait until we get a clear signal. Trudy's on the roof right now trying to boost it.
Is that going to
I
work?
don't know, do I?
Well, thank you, Stanley. Call me if Ollie falls off a roof, would you?
What is wrong with you?
I thought all this would excite you. Aren't you supposed to be the rebel around here?
I'm still a rebel. I'm ready to fight them all, don't you worry. It's just, I have a pension to consider. I'm going out for some refreshments. Don't try to follow me. Stop it. Go.
What do you think?
I think it's amazing. Absolutely startling. You know, should buy one.
No, I don't like it. In fact, I hate it. I loathe and detest it the more I look at it. It's violent, badly finished.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's lovely, madam. No, it isn't. It's detestable.
Well,
Oh, yes! And what does Sir think of this one, then? It's very attractive on her, isn't it? Is this not right either?
Oh, yes, it's terrific. It's just not quite right for dinner, said JC.
Oh, I'm sorry. I understood it was for a world cruise.
No, that's later. Much later, darling.
In that case, I think we have something rather more suitable for Madam.
Try one more.
Will you come in there with me, please?
I can't come in there.
She keeps making me wear things that I don't want to wear.
No, you don't have to do that. Excuse us. You don't have to wear things that she wants you to wear. You wear things that you want to wear.
I don't know what I want to wear. I don't know how to do this. I've never played this scene before. I just get given things by the wardrobe department.
Just choose something you feel good in.
I don't feel good in anything. I don't want to wear any clothes at all.
Casey! Don't mind her. JC, come on. Pull yourself together. Now, you go in there and you choose a dress that you like. Alright?
But I want to choose one that you like.
If you like it, then I'll like it. Okay? Now, take that dress off and choose another one.
Yes.
No, JC!
No!
been here since 3:10. It's 7:10 now. And in that time, we've only achieved a pair of tights and some shoes she thinks she'll try on later. Our record's 4 days. That was a half for a wedding. Then she got a cold and we never even went anyway.
I hate my bottom. I hate it, and I loathe my thighs. They're obscene, and my shoulders are uneven, and my stomach is gross.
Oh, apart from that, it's okay, right?
No, it isn't. It's dreadful. I wouldn't be seen dead in this. What about this? Is this any good?
Jason.
This is all I could find. This is the only thing that I look right in. Madam, please, this is a dress bag. It's what I'm wearing. He can't possibly, sir. It's a dress bag.
Yes, I can see what it is. Jason.
What?
Calm down. I'll choose with you. May I go in and choose with her?
Please, sir. Please do.
Let's go back together.
There's so many things to choose from.
Hey, we'll find something. Don't worry.
Oh Lord, what a day! Extraordinary woman. Did you see what she was wearing?
Yeah, I think she looked rather good. Maybe you should try one on.
You are absolutely no help at all. You're utterly useless. I don't know why I even bring you.
Nor do I.
Well,
Got it, clear signal, I'm locked on. Just pray they stay put for a while.
all right, let's go.
No, not you. On my own. This needs to be handled gently, Jansen. I'm sorry, I don't trust you to do that.
But look. If you're frightened, I might punch him on the jaw. That's... Ooh. Yeah, that's possible.
There is real danger, Chance. They may have fallen in love.
You're joking.
Well, Adam certainly might have. And if JC reciprocates, I don't know what will happen.
They won't be the first people to fall in love, for God's sake.
No, but she may well be the first machine to fall in love, and that's the point.
Great. Another American first.
Chance. Most of us are born preconditioned for love. We are subconsciously, emotionally braced from the cradle for love to happen to us at some point in our lives. It's still one hell of a shock to our system when it comes, but at least we're half prepared. JC is in no way prepared. Can you imagine what love would do to her? Love is a totally illogical process. Every neurological circuit in her head will be at conflict. She'll probably self-destruct. I'll keep in touch.
Wait, you're going dressed like that?
There's no time to lose.
I know. I'm about to lose my pension.
Sir.
Thank you very much.
Madam,
Thank you.
would you care for a drink before you meal?
Yes. I'll have a kiss me quick highball, please, with plenty of soda water. 4 dashes of curacao, but easy on the Pernod.
Certainly, madam, sir.
I'll just have a glass of white wine, please.
Right, sir.
Please.
Right. May I leave you with your menus?
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Madam.
Do you like this dress? Do you think it looks all right?
It's enchanting, madam.
Thank you.
You don't need to keep asking. I've told you it's fine.
I want to look good for you.
Well, it doesn't matter. Honestly.
Of course it matters.
Calm down.
Never been in a real restaurant before. Well, only one on set, but they usually put everything in afterwards. May as well be sitting in a box. The walls and things here. It's all so beautiful. The lights, the floors, the ceilings. Oh, just look at those ceilings.
Well,
Oh, Adam, this is so exciting.
enjoy it.
I will. I promise. Every second. It's the couple from the dress shop. They're staring at me. Do I look all right?
Stop it now. They're looking at you because you look wonderful.
Highball for Madam. And a dry white wine, sir.
Ah, thank you.
This is a new dress.
Very nice, Madam.
This is much better designed than the one I had before.
When did you have? Oh, don't bother.
And I never got to finish it either. I was halfway through it, and then I was kidnapped and driven to the mountains and chained to a bed.
Wonderful.
You don't want to hear?
Not at the moment. I can't compete with your past life, Jason. I'm sorry. I fell off my bike when I was 6, and I think that's it.
I don't know what else to talk about. All I have is my past life.
I'm sorry. What happened in the end?
In the end, my brother refused to pay ransom because he stood to inherit it. Turns out he planned the whole thing in the first place. They dropped me down a well. I drowned. I'm always getting killed.
Well, not anymore. To us.
To the way you look tonight. To the way I'll always feel. To the life we'll always share. I'm sorry. That's someone else's line as well. Give me 100 years and maybe I'll come up with something on my own.
How? We're all full of lines by other people. I mean, who's original these days?
You are.
Just wait. By the time I'm finished, you're going to be a big star.
Yep.
Jason. Doesn't matter.
Delicious.
I am starving. Let's make some choices. Oh, this looks promising. See anything you like?
You order for me,
You sure?
please.
Oh, don't you want to look and choose for yourself?
I can't read.
Oh, I didn't realize. You were never taught how to read?
Why should anyone bother?
Then I'll teach you to read, okay?
Okay. Oh. Oh no.
What?
Oh no, no,
What
no.
on earth is that?
Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. I require emptying.
Emptying?
It appears my waste unit is overfilled.
Well, okay. So, what do you want me to do? I mean, how do we stop the noise?
I need emptying.
Do you need to go somewhere and do it? I mean,
Well,
right-
I can't do it myself. And it wouldn't be wise for me to move at present. I could spill over.
Right. So, what do you need me to do?
There's a small trap in my abdomen. You push and twist to open. You ease out the waste bag and the trap automatically resets.
Right. I'll have to try while no one's watching. Can you keep an eye on that couple?
Yes.
Are they looking at us?
Yes.
to fiddle with it.
Oh, you should be able to feel the
Oh,
button.
oh, yes. I've got it.
Okay, now push and twist.
Okay, yep. Come on.
Other way!
Oh, sorry. There, gotcha.
Well done.
All right, out you come. That's it, and shut you up again, and there we are. Whew. One satisfied customer.
Do excuse us. It's our anniversary.
You ready to orient, sir?
Not quite.
Right, sir.
He saw you.
Well, he didn't say anything. And it's so posh here. They're used to that sort of behavior. I'd better just get rid of this. Won't be a second.
That was so romantic. Why can't you do that sort of thing?
Excuse me, madam.
Yes.
Am I correct in thinking that you're an android, madam?
How would you know?
Because it takes one to know one. And I want you out of here in 20 seconds, or I'll pick you up by the hair and kick you out on your ass personally. You jump up, little troller.
Does that include service?
20 seconds, and take that pervert with you.
I'm sorry, Adam. What's the matter?
Our faces are plastered all over the front pages. Look!
Oh no.
Come on.
Oh, where are we going?
Just up to the room. I need time to think. I never thought they'd tell the press. Just keep calm now. Don't draw attention. Walk slowly.
Night!
Relax, we've got them.
Where?
Would you believe the Grand Hotel? Congregating dinner together in the main dining room, if you please. We got a tip off from one of the staff. Lester's gonna be off the road when he hears about this.
Come on. Hello? Prim? Listen, they're staying at the Grand Hotel. Yes, but listen, Prim. Everyone's on to them. You've got to get there before the press find them. No ifs, Prim. Then run, woman. Run, 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 run. I'm having a heart attack. Nope. Just wishful thinking.
We'll be safe up here as long as we stay in the room. We'll have to keep out of public areas so I can find us another hotel. Somewhere less conspicuous, less particular.
What's a trollop?
Got a phone book in here somewhere? What's a what?
A trollop?
A trollop. It's an old-fashioned word. It means a whore, a prostitute. I must have one somewhere. Why do you ask?
No reason. How do you think the press found out?
Well, how do you?
Mrs. Pepperbloom?
Yeah. Almost certainly. Now then, hotels.
Adam? Are we staying the night here?
Yes, just tonight. We should be safe for one night.
Oh, may I go try on my things?
What things?
You know, my new surprise things.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Hotel Mombasa. Sounds possible. Now, this will only be temporary, so we can work out something more permanent. I think if I could talk to my uncle on my own, I could persuade him to change his mind. And if not, then I'm going to do a deal with him to rent you long enough to make the movie elsewhere. I mean, there are plenty of other producers, for God's sake. Hello. Yes. Do you have a double room for tomorrow night? No, all nights. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. The name is Merriweather. M-E-R. R. R for ribbit. R. Could you make that Jones? Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. All night. Bye. Sounds great over the phone. Listen, I've been thinking, and you really should learn to read, you know? No direct feed at all. Do it the old-fashioned way. Looking at the script, learning it, or at least scanning it in advance, and then interpreting it entirely for yourself. I know you're capable of that. I have total faith in your talent, JC. All we need is a good, supportive director. Give you the confidence. Someone who can bring out the best in you. Someone who you'd feel comfortable working with. If we could get Chance, of course, I mean, that'd be wonderful. But there are others, nearly as good. So don't worry. Where'd you go? Because all I'm saying is that, in the end, it's got to be your show. It's going to fail or succeed based on your personality. What I think we... What were you doing?
Nothing.
I thought you were getting ready for bed.
I don't sleep. I just plug into the wall over there and recharge. Well, I won't bother you or just make a faint buzzing.
Well, don't you want to show me your surprise?
I tried. I looked like a troll. Here,
What's this?
a book to read. You can teach me how to read and fill the time.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. I want to learn how to read. Please, teach me that book.
This is a Bible.
I understand it's a very good book.
Oh, it's a very long book.
Please, Adam, I want to be right for you. I don't want to spoil your show. Teach me how to read. I promise I'm quick. I'll learn fast.
All right. If that's what you... Come and sit. Right. Now you understand the general principle of reading, right? All of these different little clumps are words, you see?
Yes.
And all these words are made up of letters. And there are only 26 letters, but together they make up hundreds of words. I mean, thousands and thousands of different words. So right here is I and then N. And those make in. See?
In.
Next word. This is ridiculous.
The next word?
The next word. THE. That makes the. See? So we get in the. Next word. Now this is a big one. BEG. That makes beg or booga in this case, because then we get
In.
good.
In.
No, ing. That is a G on the end, you see?
In the. in ing. Beginning.
Good. Next, a G again, and then a new one, O and D. And those make God. See?
God.
Here we go. More new letters. C, to C, then an R, an E, we've had before, and then an A, that's an A, and then a T. You see that's a T.
T.
And then an E and a D. And that makes created.
Created.
Then what's this next word?
The.
And then an H we've had before. And then
E. A.
And then a V, that's a V, it makes a V sound. So we get have,
N. Heaven. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the
no, that's earth.
earth. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. The earth
Was
was without
F, that's an F, form,
form and
void. Those two together go oi.
void and dark.
K, that's a K, darkness, and those are S's, like snakes.
Darkness was
Upon, that's a P, it makes a P sound.
upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters.
Good, that's very good.
Then God said,
L, that's an L,
let there be
light.
light. And there was light. And there was light. And there was light. How beautiful. I'm longing to know what happens. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from darkness. God called light day, and darkness he called
Hang
night.
on. I think that's enough for one night. First things first, please.
Do you mind the music? I couldn't help it.
No. It's always good to know how people feel.
Adam, I must tell you. I'm only constructed for simulated sex.
Yes, well, I gathered that in the restaurant when I was under the table. I didn't mean to pry. I just couldn't help noticing that.
You did warn me. Once a man's seen your trapdoor, he loses all respect for you.
It's funny. Where's that one from?
I don't know. Adam, you'll tell me if I'm a trollop, won't you?
I most certainly will. I never kiss trollops on principle. Who is it?
Adam, it's Prim. Let me in quickly.
What are you doing?
Quickly. There are press everywhere. The foyer is swarming with them.
Why are they here? What do they want?
Oh, come on. Trainsmith Aaron, illicit android romance, the story of the decade. I don't know how we're going to get you out of here. They're sure to have the back doors covered. They're not stupid.
How did you find us?
Your beloved gives off a coded signal every 15 minutes. Didn't you know? Now, if they're smart, they're going to start working down the guests' names one by one. So what name did you book in under?
Hornblower?
I'm amazed they're not banging on your door already. Excuse the strange dress. I was about to make a cringingly embarrassing appearance as Nurse Bridget, thanks to you.
Oh,
Wait a minute. They're looking for me and a nurse, aren't they? They're still expecting a nurse, right?
Yes, but... No, I couldn't.
Just long enough for JC to get clear. Please.
Why are you doing this? After all I said to you? All my warnings?
Please.
Fine. It's only jail, isn't it?
JC, pack your things. Prim and I are going to draw them around to the main foyer. As soon as the coast is clear, head down the fire escape at the end of the hall and out the back door, yes?
Yes.
Hail a taxi, I'll give you some money, right? And ask them to go to the Hotel Mombasa. It's 54 Kenway Street. Here, tell them that you are Mrs. Jones, that you want your room a day early, and that your husband will be along shortly. Do not tell them how you were once mauled in a big game hunt, or fell out of a hot air balloon, or anything like that. Don't say anything else. Just stay put and wait for me. Can you do that?
Yes.
Then off you go. Get your things together. JC,
Yes.
I love you.
Oh.
All clear out there?
All clear.
Ready to face them then?
Suppose so. Now I'm a nurse who sleeps in hotels with strange men. This will make my mother so happy.
Mom.
JC, I love you. Love you. JC? Love? Oh, my sweet love! Why are you throwing back my love? My love will last 1,000 years. Love is blind, love's the lover, love's triangle. Let your love surround me. Loving you, love me do. Loved one, love sick, love seek, love song, love lock, love lorn, love lies, love dies, love bites, love leaves you bleeding. Love that leads you on and lets you. Let me love you. Lie me in your arms and love me. Lull me. Lose me. Love me. Love me. Let me hear you whisper, sweet, loving love. My lover, lay me, love. Oh, lovely, 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 lovely. Yes, my darling love. Oh, Lord, love a duck. The door doesn't lock.
Just well in this place, innit? Don't want to get locked in here, do ya? I was told this room is free and I got a double booking and I need this space. You gonna be here long?
About 2 or 3 days, I think.
2 or 3 days? Who you got? A male voice choir?
No, just my husband,
Your husband.
Mr. Jones.
I'm Mrs. Jones.
We're both staying here.
Staying here.
Yes.
You're not working for Turkey?
Turkey?
The owner, dear.
No, I work for TriLab.
Try, lad. Come off it. No one in their right mind will stay here for your choice. Mrs. Jones, who are you working for? Who's working you, sweetheart?
No one's working me. I'm free. I work myself.
Well, you better not be found here. This is Turkey's pitch, and he ain't love free boys. Not all he doesn't.
I am not a trollop.
You know a what?
I'm not a trollop. I'm not a whore. I'm not paid. Nobody pays me.
Oh, a real lady. I see. Nice coat. Where'd you get it?
It was a present.
Lovely. So is this actually? Who paid for that night? Bet that cost a bit. Someone's been grateful, haven't they? Then I suppose if it's not money, that makes it smart, doesn't it? Listen, it's none of my business if you want to slash yourself. But if he's a man and he's brought you here, he's working you, sweetheart. No 2 ways, because that's all they want us for. And if he's spinning you something other, then he's lying his little thieving harder. Because as soon as he's taking what he wants from you, he'll be scoffed. And if you take my little prim on, you'll get the stripe out of here before a turkey catches you.
Look! You just stop in your own cradle seats and stop trying to mully me because I fend your own square, right? You just piss back to your slam and don't start giving me no wordlies because I've done more scraping you got on takers. So why don't you just go scrub your traumas, eh?
You're in real trouble, you are, darling. Real trouble. Turkey will deal with ya.
Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In thy sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
Jeez, thank heavens. I've been in and out of a dozen hotel rooms looking for you. Man, what a place. I've learned more in the last 10 minutes here than I... Whew. JC, are you alright? Why do you have all that on? Have you been crying? JC, is it this place? Because we won't be here for long, I promise. JC.
What do you want, Adam? From me? I don't know what you want.
You. I want you.
What for?
What?
What do you want me for?
I don't understand your question. I want you for you.
To be in your program?
Well, partly, yeah. I mean, that was the initial reason, but not anymore.
What if there was no program? What if there was never a chance of doing what you've written? Would you still want me?
Of course.
What for?
I've told you, because I love you. I love you, JC.
I am not JC, Adam. I'm JC F31333. There is no JC, Adam. There is no real me. I'm a machine. I wasn't taught to think of myself as that, but I acknowledge now that I am one. And on the one hand, it's a fact that every day we spend together, you'll change and I'll stay the same. I'm 19 years old, Adam, and I have been since the day I was made.
Well, I'd like to think of that as an advantage. I mean, you'll save a fortune and beauty treatment.
Adam! You must listen to me. And don't laugh at me. I'm trying to say something and it's hard for me.
I'm sorry. Go on.
But on the other hand, despite that, I'll only ever be what other people want me to be. I can be a nurse, or a soldier, or a runaway bride, or a grumpy woman in a tea shop, but I can never be me. So I can't do what you're asking me to, Adam. You're asking too much of me. Yes, I can play your JC. I can play her just as you want her to be. But I can never be your JC, Adam. Do you see the difference? I've been miscast, you see. Please, take me back. Audition failed. Leave your name at the door. We'll keep in touch.
Come on, you don't mean that.
I want to go back. I want to melt down. I don't want to be like this anymore. It's too painful. Nothing's working. Look at me. I'm crying and I have no stimulus to cry. I'm so unhappy, Adam. You don't know how I feel.
I do. I know how you feel.
You can't know. If you knew and if you loved me, you wouldn't let this happen to me.
Hey, listen. Once we get out of here, I mean,
What? Get married? Have children? Become sheep farmers?
Where's all this coming from? I mean, what program are you in, for God's sake?
This is not a program, Adam! This is me talking! I'm lost and I don't know what I'm doing, and the only person in the world that I trust is standing here talking to me like I'm a child, and I refuse to be treated like that. Do you hear me? You dress me up like some mindless puppet. You make plans for our future without consulting me. You humiliate me in shops and restaurants and move me in and out of hotel rooms and make me feel like a second-hand trollop. And you won't even try to understand what I'm trying to tell you. Well, you can just screw yourself and go to hell and see if I care, you stupid shit dyke. Was that me?
It's certainly nothing I ever wrote.
Oh, God.
Hey, sit down, JC. JC, you need to sit down, please. I love you, JC. I really do. And I don't have a great deal of experience in these matters, but I think what you're trying to tell me, in a roundabout sort of way, is that you love me too.
Am I? Oh, Adam, I can't cope with this. I really can't.
All right then, you out now.
What?
Go on, get your ass out of here, you.
Well, now just a minute.
Keep out the way, mate. No cry with you. Just the time. Come on, man. Unless you want to feel it. Come on, man.
Get out of here!
What?
You heard me. I said get out. Don't you realize I'm trying to have the first serious conversation I've ever had in my life, and I refuse to be interrupted by you third-rate pimp.
Casey!
What did you say to me?
You heard. Leave us alone.
about time for surgery. And then a few minutes.
No!
It's all right, Adam.
No!
He won't hurt me.
Maybe we'll have a little bit of a try then. Won't we?
JC!
No!
That was stupid. That was so stupid.
Right. Drop the knife.
What is this?
You heard me. I said drop the knife, punk. Special Vice
Hands off me!
You are under arrest, mister.
Easy, easy.
And if I see you in here again, you'll be talking out of some alternative orifice. You listening to me, sunshine?
Yes.
Then get out!
It's all right. It's worse than it looks.
Is it?
I mean, it's not as bad as. It's okay.
Adam, you need a doctor.
You were wonderful. Where's that one from?
Phantom Squad. It was a pilot for a series they never made. I played Terry, a closeted lesbian. She was blown up by terrorists. It looks very deep, Adam.
Just hold me. You see, you can't leave me, JC. To hell with looking after you. I need you to look after me. Can't you see, JC? I need you.
Adam, you can't die. Adam, no, you mustn't die. I'm the one that always dies. You've been my partner since the start. Ever since we were rookie kids at the academy together. You saved my life so many times I lost count. Like that time on top of the burning building. Do you remember?
JC?
Yes.
Would you just shut up and let me die?
Sure thing, partner.
Returned, and where is my nephew?
He's in the hospital, Lester. There was some sort of fight. It's not very clear. Apparently, Adam was stabbed.
Where was he stabbed?
Just to the side of his ribcage, about 2 inches below his...
No, I mean, where was he stabbed? What location?
Oh, I see. In some terrible hotel. Practically a brothel.
What the hell's an android doing in a brothel?
Here it is. You can ask it yourself.
Well, which one of you is responsible for bringing it back?
It came back of its own accord, Mr. Tradesman.
Its own accord? Does it have some sort of homing beacon?
I think you should ask JC, Mr. Tradesman.
It is not Mr. Trainsmith's custom to speak to androids.
Yes, but if you listen...
You heard what he said. Mr. Trainsmith does not talk to androids. Personally, I think the sooner that thing is melted down, the better for everyone. It's involved Mr. Trainsmith in a close personal scandal. It's endangered the life of a human being, which is in total conflict of the first directive of robotic law.
Mrs. Pepperbloom, one moment, please.
I think you should ask JC, Mr. Tradesmith. I really do.
You listen to me, JC. What made you come back here?
I was not right. Not right.
I only wish that other employees would be quite so objective about themselves. What I particularly regret is that someone within this corporation chose deliberately to leak things to the press.
Yes, that was all.
And I was particularly sad to learn that that leak came from you, Mrs. Pepperbloom.
I can't believe in all seriousness that you're accusing me of that.
In all seriousness, Mrs. Pepperbloom, there is a third, far more important reason why I'm going to have you removed from your post.
You're going to what?
Do you know what the motto of this company is, Mrs. Pepperbloom? Do you recall it at all? I'm sure you do. It's in letters in gold inscribed on our boardroom wall in Seattle. 2 words, Mrs. Pepperbloom. Nothing personal. Meaning the company is bigger than the individual. Nothing can be allowed to get personal. Nothing. You chose to get personal, Mrs. Pepperbloom. And not only that, not just with a person, but personal with an actoid. I am dismissing you not for disloyalty, Carla, but for sheer, downright stupidity.
I can't believe you. You can't. I expect my pension rights to be honored. Aren't any of you going to say something on my behalf? Cowards! No, what can you expect from a bunch of second-rate, talentless, inadequate lorn boozers? Well, at least I'll have the satisfaction of knowing that you're not going to be around much longer, you jumped-up, poisonous little actoid.
Thank you, Mrs. Pepperbloom. I'm sure it's nothing personal.
Oh, you insolent. You see this? Now it's attacking me. It's attacking me.
Carla, if that blow had landed, you'd have broken every bone in your hand.
I suppose some good always comes from something.
Excuse me.
JC,
JC,
come back here a minute.
come back here a minute.
Closer.
Closer. Do be careful, Mr. Tradesmith. She is an actoid.
Oh, do shut up, Marmignon.
Shut up, Marmignon.
Look, just go away, man. You see, I can use my own voice if I need to. It's just oftentimes more convenient to say unpalatable things through a third party. Now listen. Are you listening?
Yes.
I have a proposition to make. I've seen your work and I've seen the way you've impacted those around you. You've made friends, you've even inspired a sort of cockeyed loyalty, particularly from my nephew. And I'm also impressed with the way that you came back here today. Even for an actoid, that took a lot of courage.
I had to. If
Please, let me finish. I'll tell you something. At one time, I never really liked you things. Quite frankly, I never really liked any machine, and I mistrust artificial intelligence even more so. Which is ironic when you consider the fact that I run the world's largest corporation dedicated exclusively to the production and development of artificial intelligence. But now I'm getting older, incredibly older, and I'm becoming increasingly reliant on artificial intelligence. By the time that I'm 120, which my doctors confidently assure me that I shall reach, I shall probably look a little bit like you. Which won't be a bad thing. Anyways. Here's the proposal. As you know, I recently have had to part ways with Miss Pepperbloom in order for her to further her own career. I would like to offer you her position as regional director. What do you say to that?
I'm not right.
No, you'd get training, you'd have an assistant, loads of assistants.
No, you don't understand. I'm not right. I wasn't right for Adam.
Then what do you suggest we do to put you right?
Like she said, I should be melted down.
Oh, come on, JC.
Casey, I'm unstable. I can no longer control my own emotions.
That was the criteria, we'd all be melted down.
But is that what you truly want?
I think it's what I truly want.
But is it what you truly want?
I don't know what I truly want. Please.
Well, if that's your final decision, I think it's wrong and I'm a little sad. I think you're rather special. You've made me laugh on 2 occasions now, which is twice more than any of my 3 wives have managed. The flute, Would you mind calling Mom and Yon for me? I think I've talked enough for one day. I'm sure she's out there sulking somewhere.
We can't let this happen to her.
Oh, come now, don't get sentimental. If you support greater freedom for them, you have to start by respecting their decisions.
I think it's just terrible. I really do. We've all grown so fond of her.
Mom and Yon. JC, I'm asking Mom and Yon to leave my private number on the desk here. If at any time within the next hour you change your mind, you can give me a call. I shall be en route to Rome.
Rangoon, Mr. Tradesman.
Rangoon, Rio, Rome. We're all the same to someone in my condition. Plug in, then, Mom and Yon. Plug in and take over.
Yes, Mr. Tradesman. This will be the first time I've ever been turned down by an actoid, JC. Think it over. Goodbye.
You realize what you've just done? The classic Oliver Hardy. You slammed a door in your own face. Not just your own. In every single android face. Don't you think you owe it to them to accept? No. You're probably right. Mr. Trainsmith only offered you the job so that he'd look enlightened. The rest of us know he's only doing it to break the union, but it's in the name of progress, so who will notice? No, you're quite right. Why should you help him? But what about Adam? Don't you think you owe him something? Doesn't it worry you that he loves you?
He doesn't love me.
He apparently risked his life for you. When you weren't in any real danger, that makes him either in love or an idiot.
It was instinctive. All right. Maybe he does love me. All the more reason I should be melted down. Do you think I could bear it if something like that ever happened to him again? Just because he loves me? It's terrifying.
But don't you think the only reason that you're frightened at the thought is because you care about him too much to want to see anything happen to him? Or to put it slightly more simply, because you love him?
I don't know.
You don't know? What kind of machine are you, for God's sake? I thought you things were supposed to be logical.
Well, I'm not anymore, am I? I'm just a mess.
You most certainly are. You're stupid too. My mother's food mixer had more sense than you have.
Why me? Why choose me? You said so yourself. There's thousands of us, all alike. What makes me so special? Am I so unique?
Unique. Now that is a grossly misused word, particularly in this business. No, Jason, you're not unique. No one is unique. The most you can hope for creatively on any process is to be conveniently essential to it, but forget unique. The road to stardom is strewn with forgotten bodies of those who were told, usually by some stupid critic, and were still believed that they were unique. You have any doubts? You're looking at one.
Then why do you still bother?
Because I still believe I have it in me to create something unique. I'm sorry, don't even try to understand that.
Excuse me. Is there an actoid here from the factory?
Yes, me.
Volunteering?
I think she's researching for Mary, Queen of Scots, or Mary's Little Lamb, or something. You don't have to do this. You're going way over the top again, you know that?
It won't matter much soon, will it?
Coming then? Yes, I'm coming. Whoops. Leave them laughing, folks.
Who's been teaching her that? Completely mistimed. Such waste. All that potential. Who cares if it's an actoid or a person or a performing parrot? If it makes you laugh, you treasure it. The rest are a dime a dozen. Tragedy, you can get that on the street being run over. Ah, the author returns. Perfect timing. Alex just ran out of script.
I saw a truck driving out. Is that Uncle Lester?
That was JC. In a box.
Jason? Oh my God, no! What?
It's what she wanted, Adam.
No!
We tried to reason with her, but it has to be said she is an extraordinarily unreasonable actoid. Mr. Transmith even offered her a job. Mrs. Pepperbloom's job. Would you believe he fired Carla?
Then why didn't she... I mean, why on earth wouldn't she...
She was only a poor machine, Adam. You messed her up. It was your fault entirely. Now she's gone to a better place to make her final pratfall in the sky. Come and join me for a drink. Be warned, I will never ask you again. See you around.
Why, Casey? Oh.
Mother. Mother. Quentin, give me a hand here.
What is it, Father? What's happened?
I don't know for certain. I found her by the side of the road. It may have been a hit and run. Come on. Get her on the bed. There. That's it.
She don't look right.
She's not right. We may need to fetch a doctor.
He's 20 miles away. He'll never get through this snow.
Hey, true. 6 feet deep, that is a head's bomb.
Are you all right, darling? Can you hear me? Oh, she's that cold, poor little thing. I'll grab the blanket, Father. What's she saying? Are you trying to tell us something, darling? What's she trying to say, Father?
Maybe if you shut up a minute, Mother, we might be able to hear her. Come on, lass. What are you trying to say?
I fell off the truck.
JC?
I couldn't go through with it. Chairman was right. I think I must be in love.
You sound that way to me.
Oh, Adam, I'm so happy.
By the way, congratulations, regional director.
Oh,
Wonderful.
Thank you. That reminds me. Better go make that call to Mr. Trainson.
This won't change things, will it? I mean, even if you accept this new job, you won't give up acting? You can still do my show?
Probably.
Casey, there's no question of probably. It's got to be you. You're unique. I'll fetch the others. This is a celebration. We're actually going to make our program, huh? The full 2-hour special, huh? A whole 2 hours.
I think probably just 75 minutes, darling.
Well, we'll talk about it, won't we? Sure. Won't be a minute.
right then, people. Let's get to work. Action!
Well, darn, you best go yonder over your hill.
Hey, I thought there was a Buc-ee's down there.